Hey y'all, let's talk Married to Medicine LA. So, this latest episode picked up where the last one left off, which is Dr. Imani has organized this powwow for all the girls to air out their differences. Shanique has let the cat out the bag with an insinuation that there was an overlap between Asha's husband and his ex-girlfriend that Shanique invited to her husband's birthday party. That's a lot, right? So Asha has stormed off and called her husband, who, by the way, is probably one of the smartest men I've ever seen in the history of reality TV. You want to know why? He did not deny. He did not confirm. He didn't say jack. He was like, wow, that's crazy. Some people don't want to see you happy. That's a smart man. Because once you get into denials, you're going to have a problem. If you get into confirming, you're going to have a problem. So it's better to say nothing and let it die down. But you know, at the end of the day, Asha seemed like she wanted a little bit more than when she was getting out her husband, but too bad because he is mom's the word. Now, Asha was eventually joined the group under the condition that Shanique apologized. Shanique did apologize. That was the right thing to do. Shanique was completely out of line for bringing Asha's husband into it and whatever kind of alleged overlap they had. That's none of your business, Shanique. It's not your business to bring up. It's old news. They're married. So why bring it up if not to be petty? Okay. But she did apologize, so I'll give her credit for that. But it seemed like Asha was still bothered by it. Personally, I don't understand what the big problem is. Like, regardless of whatever may or may not have happened, you got the ring. I would have been like, bitch, I don't care who he was dealing with before me. I got the ring. She doesn't. Bloop. Moving right along. But see, when you give energy to it, then people know where your sore spots are and they know where to go after. So she let him see him sweat a little bit too much for my taste, but you know, it was obviously a sore topic with Asha. So whatever. Now, Jazmine got on Imani's case for Imani saying that her house looked like a drug dealer. Let's rewind a little bit. Britten bringing it up like there was a concern. What was there concern about? I'm confused. Which I thought the DA or the feds was going to come raiding the Barbie party. Come on now. Y'all doing too much. It's not that big of a deal that her house is incredibly nice and they have Bentleys. They have money. Like I said last week, why can't a black man make an honest living and have a nice house and have nice cars? That's racial. Okay? And Imani tried to act all indignant, like, I can't believe you're trying to say that. Girl, that's what you was trying to say. Now, you tried to play it off as a joke, but I recall the dinner. It was like, I'm concerned and all this other kind of stuff. It was a little bit more than just a little jokey joke. I mean, we all kind of say stuff sometimes for shock value, get a little kiki out of it, and we don't really mean it. We're just having fun. But what she was saying was a little bit deeper than just like the decor was tacky. But Jazmine got on her case, and she was not backing down like I expected her to. But Jazmine kind of went a little far, too, because she was sitting up talking about your level is down here and well, let's not get into technicalities because your husband's level is right there. And yes, what's his is yours and yours is ours, whatever you want to call it. But don't start talking about levels and all that kind of stuff. Girl, you're doing too much now. So that did not sit well with Imani, and I can understand that. But you know what? Kudos to Jazmine because everybody thought that Jazmine was going to get her head chopped off, and she held her own. Okay, her and Shanique, they just went at it with the other girls. So I like a fair fight. I don't like people to be bullied. I don't like when somebody is just so far outmatched. So I'm here for it. Yes, it's drama. But you know what? If all the girls can hold their own, then who cares? Okay? So anyways, Imani is recruiting people to be on her side with her story. Her husband is like, well, it's cool. Their house sounds kind of cool. And her mom was awesome. Her mom held her to account. And she brought up the whole racial thing too, which I don't appreciate. And her mom didn't appreciate either. So her mom kind of convinced her that the right thing to do would be to apologize. So kudos to mom. You know what? People got to be honest with you. When you're wrong, they got to call you out on your ish. Okay? Now, we had Shanique, doing her mother thing. She tagged along with Britten, who is, by the way, interviewing for permanent positions so that she could be more stable for her family and looking for homes. Now, I feel like this little home shopping thing was definitely geared towards people who don't live in California, because you cannot tell me you got to drive 50 goddamn miles off the city to buy $2 million with a $2 million budget to buy a $1 million track home. That's a troll. Okay. You can find a place for $2 million in the city or just outside the city. There's the Valley. There's a lot of places, Long Beach. So that was doing too much going to Camarillo. But you know what? I guess she was trying to drive home the point that maybe we're not going to get as much luxury. Maybe we're not going to get as much space. So if that's what she was trying to do, then cool. But if she was really trying to convince us, the viewer, that she got to go that far, we're not buying it. But you know what? I would think she'd have better options after a year being out there. And all the stuff that they were finding, girl, bye. You can get on Redfin and find a better place than that. So, whatever. I know it's not a critique of real estate choices, but they could have skipped all that. And I like Dr. Britten, but they could have skipped all that. Really, that's it. Noelle. So, Noelle, her daughter started a new school, and, you know, she is not feeling it because she doesn't have anybody that looks like her. So, I'm assuming the school must be all white, okay? So she's not really feeling it, but Dr. Noelle did a good job of trying to convince her that, hey, you just have to get adjusted to it. You have to give it a chance and don't quit. And so we'll see if that works. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not going to always be surrounded by people who look like you. So you have to learn how to adapt and adjust and thrive and still be your best self, regardless of who's around and what they look like. Okay. So if Noelle instills that in her daughter will be much better off for it. And Noelle's husband is cute too, by the way. So that's really it. I mean, this episode didn't have a whole lot going on, but I still enjoyed it. And I'm interested in seeing what happens next week with this part that just looks a scandalous mess. That little, what did she call it, Intuit that they brought in? Oh, she looked more like a drama it versus the Intuit. Because she pulling everybody's car. So I'm excited to see the drama next week and see how that unfolds. Okay. So anyways, holla at y'all later.